Good morning, I'm Mr. Jack. I'm in Columbus, Mississippi doing some research on a book that I am writing. Hope to have it out this summer. So we're going on a journey. Why don't you join me? Well, it's about 40 degrees here in Columbus, Mississippi, and I'm at the Duane Hayes State Park. Just found this cool trail. Look at it. It's concrete. And you know, for a 66-year-old man getting out of here, I like concrete better than some of the rough trails. But when in Columbus, Mississippi, this is a good place to stay. And I found out something yesterday. They do have an ugly man discount. It costs $80 to get the pass, but I guess then entrance to any national parks is free. And then this park, this state park, instead of costing $24 a night, would be, what is half that, $12? So I'm gonna go look into the ugly old man discount card at the Corps of Engineers. It'd probably save me some money. Now, I'm thinking about teaching y'all how to study your ancestry. Would you like to do that? Would you like to know if your family had some horse thieves and scalawags and maybe some prisoners? Or that's the fun part, but I've got all that. But would you like to know if your family was part of the founding of this country? Good morning. Today I'm in West Point, Mississippi, and I don't know if you can see out the window, but it's really cold and it's 40 degrees. Part of the book is going to take place down here in West Point, Mississippi. This is where my great-great-grandfather, Knapp, this is where he was living whenever he joined the 3rd Mississippi Regiment. There were several battles fought here. Nathan Bedford Forrest was here. His brother Jeffrey was killed in Okolona. I hope to visit that grave today. I've heard that there's a tombstone in the Confederate cemetery in Okolona, so I hope that I'll get a chance to see that today. Today's just going to be a lot of research. I've got to meet with a possible publisher, a possible marketing company. I say possible because I'm interviewing these people. I'm not sure what's going to happen. And then 2 historians. So the saga continues. I just got to get to work on the book. I'm in West Point, Mississippi, which is Clay County, Mississippi. This is where my great-great-grandfather lived whenever, I think he lived here when he joined the 3rd Regiment, 3rd Mississippi Regiment. I don't really know how to categorize all of the different troops, companies, regiments, but his address showed he was from here, yet I think the roll books show that he went to Pass Christian, Mississippi, which is, what, 300 or 400 miles to my south, and that's where he actually joined. The monument was erected in 1907, I think, by the Daughters of the Confederacy. It's listed around here somewhere. And this is what they wrote. Now, understand they're writing this about their grandfathers, their fathers, their brothers, husbands, etc. This is what they wrote. Clay County holds in proud and grateful remembrance her brave and loyal sons who preferred death to a betrayal of her dearest principles. Might overcame me. Let not our sons forget that these unsullied heroes fought for right. And that was the sentiment of the townsfolk at that time. Okay, I'm inside the courthouse and trying to see if there are any history books that might show property that was owned by my great-great-grandfather in 1860. I got some gal, bless her heart, she's going to go find a history book for me, and we'll see what we can uncover. Okay, that wasn't the courthouse. That was some other official building. I don't know what it was, but I kind of lucked out. I found this book and my great-great-grandfather's listed in there. I'm not going to tell you what yet. And found my mom, found my sister in that book, but now I am at the courthouse, and they're going to see if they can find land records for Mr. Napoleon Bonaparte Trenner or his son, James Alexander. So we'll see what happens. I'd like to say bingo, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I have a book it's called A Direct Index to Deeds in Clay County, Mississippi, and it starts in 1864, I think, is what this is. It's the oldest book, though. So now what I've got to do is go through and see if I can find great-great-grandpa's name in here, because I'm trying to find his property. Well, I struck out here at the Clay County Courthouse because Clay County didn't exist until 1872. Prior to that, Clay County was part of Lowndes County, which is Columbus. So they're telling me I've got to go to the Lowndes County Courthouse and dig through those records. But it was interesting. Everybody's really, really helpful down here. And all the girls talk so sweet. There's nothing like a Southern accent. So I have got a 2:30 phone call with a marketing company. I think I've got to find out what they really do, because I want this book to get out. I think it'll be a blessing to a lot of people. And it's just right at 2:30, so I got to get in the car, make this phone call. Okay, I've been to City Hall. I've been to the county courthouse. Now I'm at the library. I just found out that they have a big room full of historical documents. So let's see what I dig up. Okay, let's see what I've got here. They're telling me I've got 15 minutes to look. Don't you just love these things? Yeah, see what it does to your ears? You know, when we get to be old, we're all going to walk around with ears like this, and everybody's going to know that we survived the COVID year anyhow. I have here the Clay County history. Let's see what's in here. Well, I found it. I'm here at Chakwatanchi Creek in West Point, Mississippi. General Sherman had requested that William Soy come from Memphis and meet him in Meridian to destroy the railroads. To get to Meridian, the Union Army would have to cross the Chakwatanchi Creek and have to cross over the Ellis Bridge here. Nathan Bedford Forrest had troops here. His brother, Jeffrey Forrest, was also in the area. So they were going to protect this bridge, keep the Yankees from crossing the bridge and getting to Meridian to help General Tecumseh Sherman, that's his name, right? Down in Meridian. Pretty intense battle, and from what I can tell, my great-great-grandfather would have been over here on this side of the bridge. I know the 3rd Cavalry was there, the 3rd Mississippi Cavalry was there, and I'm not sure how the armies were set up, if the cavalry, 3rd Mississippi Cavalry was part of the 3rd Mississippi Regiment, which is what my great-great-grandfather was in. So I have some research to do. But what happened here is that the Confederates were able to stop the capture of the bridge, and they did turn the Union forces back away from here, so they didn't make it to Meridian. General William Sewey Smith from Memphis made it as far as here and kind of got spooked, I think, by having Nathan Bedford Forrest in the area. There was quite a battle that took place here. I think another thing that was strategic about this part of Mississippi, there's a little place, this was called the Great Black Prairie, and also called Egypt. My mom and dad went to Egypt High School, not the one in the Middle East. They're not that old. But anyhow, they went to Egypt High School. And Prairie and Egypt got their names because of the vast amount of food that was grown there. This was one of the breadbaskets of the South, and it continued to feed the South throughout the Civil War. So on his way to meet William Suey Smith, before he actually got to this area, stopped up there at Egypt and in Prairie, and I think he wrote back that he destroyed 2 million bushels of corn. I forget how many cotton gins, 20,000 bales of cotton. And I think also the night of the battle that was fought here at Ellis Bridge, you could look kind of northwest this way over my shoulder, and the plantation houses were on fire and burning. Mississippi was very, very wealthy. I think it was might have been the wealthiest state in the Union before they decided to secede. And right now it's not. It's the poorest state here. So let me get some pictures and show you what this kind of looks like now. So this is just one of the stops along the road, trying to find where my great-great-grandfather was and his part of the book that I'm writing. If you haven't read any chapters, make sure you go to Mr. Jack's, my website is mrjack.us. That's my business website. So go there and click on blogs, and you'll get to see the first couple of chapters of a book that I hope will come out this summer. Well, it's time to pack up and head on home. It's been a pretty productive trip. I have been to the Ellis Bridge and discovered what happened there at that battle. I've been to the West Point, or the Clay County Courthouse, City Hall. I've been to the library, covered a lot of ground, learned a lot. But for now, I'm going to pack up and head home. I called my wife. She said don't hurry because she wants to go shopping and have some freedom away from taking care of my old ugly carcass. So I just made another phone call as I was getting ready to head out to a fella who lives on a battlefield not too far from here. Go meet this guy, and that'll probably be part of another episode. So stay tuned to Mr. Jack's Journey. Start following me on Instagram. I'm not very good at Instagram. I don't understand this button or that button, but I'll keep working at it. Y'all can watch my mistakes. We will learn together if it's something you haven't done. But I'm on a journey to discover my past, help you find your past. So if you haven't subscribed, please do it. I'm going to be revamping my website, which is mrjack.us, not .com, mrjack.us. Changing gears here. I will be posting blogs on there about my efforts to locate my family, and I'll help you locate yours. So that's it. Make sure you tell your mom and them I said hey. Talk to you next time.